to deal with mirrors, reflection, laws of reflection and solving numericals based on reflection through mirrors. Now today's topic is second part of the same chapter, that is refraction of light. So let's start today's topic, that is refraction. When light travels in a same medium, it follows rectilinear propagation of light. What do you mean by the term rectilinear propagation of light? It means traveling of light in same medium, in same straight line path. It means light will travel in a straight line path until it hits with some mirror. But as soon as it strikes on the surface of a mirror, then what will happen? This polished surface doesn't allow the light to travel forward. Okay, so at that point light bounces back in the same medium. So bouncing back of light in same medium, that was termed to be reflection. Okay, as medium was same but path changes. Only there was change in the path. Instead of traveling through a straight line path, it turned and started to travel along a new path. It means medium same but path changes. As medium is same, so in that case speed of light was also same or constant. Okay, means if the light is traveling in a same medium, there is no change in the speed. Okay, only path changes. But now the question arises, what happens when medium changes? When light travels from one transparent medium to another transparent medium. What happens when light travels from one transparent medium to another transparent medium? It means what happens when light travels from air and enter in water, or from water enter in glass, or from air to glass. Means the question is now, what happens to the path of light when it changes its medium? So when light changes its medium, it does not travel along the same path. It means there is change in path of light, change in speed of light. Why? Due to change in medium. Due to change in medium. मीडियम के चेंज होने से लाइट की पाथ यानी स्पीड चेंज हो जाती है. That is known as phenomena of refraction. For example, let us take this is medium number 2 and light was initially traveling in medium number 1 obliquely. Obliquely means at certain angle. When light was incidenting at certain angle, then instead of traveling along straight line path, it has changed its path, either this one or this one. Out of these, only one path. Okay, means instead of traveling along the same path, light had bent. This bending of light due to change in medium or due to change in speed is known as refraction of light. Why speed changes? Due to change in medium. Okay. So refraction means what? What do you mean by the term refraction? It is bending of light. When light travels from one transparent medium to another or second transparent medium. When light enters transparent medium to another transparent medium obliquely. Obliquely means at certain angle with interface, with dividing line. That is termed as refraction. So refraction is bending of light, but reflection was bouncing back of light in same medium. So what is the difference between reflection and refraction? In reflection, statement was bouncing back of light. In refraction, statement is now bending of light. In reflection, medium was same. There was no change in medium. In refraction, the cause of refraction is due to change in medium. Light is traveling from one transparent medium to another transparent medium. As in reflection, there is no change in medium. So speed of light, whatever it is, it remains constant. But in present case, that refraction, medium changes, path changes. Due to change in medium, speed of light also changes. The concept of refraction clearer. I am here with some activity based examples. For example, I am having a glass filled with water and a pen, marker or pencil I am having in my hand. But when I keep this pen within the water, what did you observe? What will you observe? You will observe that at the interface means separating boundary, air and water को separate करने वाली जो boundary है, at the point of interface, it appears that pen has been broken. It means pencil or pen seems to be broken when we observe. Why it is so? Because the light that we are observing, we are receiving from the from the section of the pen outside the water is moving along different path, and the light that is traveling from the section of the pen within the water is traveling along different path. Why? Because it is in the air and it is within the water. Due to change in medium, path changes, so it appears to be broken. Another example I am having a lemon. Okay, observe its size. When I keep this lemon within the water, what you are observing now? The size of lemon seems to be larger. Lemon seems to be larger within the water. It is based on the same phenomena, that is reflection of light. Due to change in medium, path changes. Clear? There are certain more examples to make the concept of refraction more clearer. When I keep this coin within the water and I observe this coin outside the water and within the water, the level of the coin seem to be raised. All these activities are based on the refraction. If you read the letters printed on your notebook or your book through glass slab, the letters appears to be raised. Okay. Same is the depth of well. Actual depth of well is very large, but when you observe the depth of well outside the water, it appears to be shallower. Shallower means less depth, less deep. Okay. These all are certain examples that are based on a refraction of light. So, refraction of light is the bending of light due to change in medium. Speed of light changes. Okay. So, there is a standard speed, that is speed of light in vacuum. Speed of light in vacuum is constant and it is denoted by a symbol c. And its value is 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second. Actual value is 299,792,458 meter per second. So as to learn it easily, it is considered to be 3 lakhs kilometer per second, or I may write it as 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second. Speed of light in water is 2.25 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second. Means what? Speed of light in vacuum and water are different. speed of light in air is not too much less than that of 3 into 10 raised to power 8. It is near about this one. So approximately it is same. Speed of light in glass is 2 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second. It means what? Speed of light is different in different media. Okay. Now, it means light travels fastest in vacuum with a speed of 3 lakh kilometer per second, denoted by a symbol that is small c. Okay. Now, up to now it is clear, when light travels from first medium to second medium, it is incident on interface. Interface means what? Boundary that is separating two media. इन दोनों मीडियम को सेपरेट करने वाली जो बाउंड्री है, that is termed as interface. At the point of interface, it changes its path. Instead of following rectilinear propagation of light, at this point it deviates from its straight line path. It will change its path, and this change in path of light due to change in medium is known as refraction or bending of light. Clear up to now? Now, up to now I have given you certain example of velocity of light or speed of light in different medium. It means light is having different speed in different medium. So as to compare speed of light in different medium, a term is introduced that is known as refractive index. That is very important from examination point of view. Okay. So, before going towards refractive index, let us introduce the term optical medium. What do you mean by the term optical medium? It is a medium in which optic means light travels. The medium in which light travels is known as optical medium. Optical medium can be divided into two categories based on their density. Density means number of particles per unit volume. Based on number of particles per unit volume or particle density, optical medium can be categorized into two categories: rarer medium and second one denser medium. Rarer medium is that medium in which particles are far apart. Particles are far apart. The medium in which particles are far apart from each other, particle density is less. That is termed as rarer medium. In rarer medium, as particles are far apart, so there is less collision of light, means photon, with the particles of medium, so speed of light is more. So, up to now, what is rarer medium? Rarer medium is that medium in which particles are far apart from each other. Density, number density or particle density is small. Being particle density small, there is less collision between the light. Light means photon and particles of a medium. So, speed of light is more in rarer medium. In contrast, what is denser medium? In which particles are closer to each other. Closer means what? Number of particles per unit volume, or I can say particle density is more. Okay, and as particles are closer to each other, so there is more collision, more striking of photons. Photons means energy of light, packet of light. When packet of light collide with particles, more the collision, so speed of light will be less in this case. Have you noticed, in spite of writing here rare medium, dense medium, I have mentioned rarer and denser. For example, tell me, this line is smaller or larger? No one can respond in a proper or in a correct way, because I have to mention with which line it is being compared. It is larger as compared to this one and smaller as compared to this one. It means what? Same line can be smaller, can be larger. It all depends upon the line to which it is being compared. Same is the case with medium. Whether a particular medium is rarer or denser, it all depends upon the another medium with which it is being compared. Overall, I can say vacuum is the rarest. What is vacuum? To make the concept of vacuum clearer, let us imagine that I am within a room. When I get myself outside the room and without any material within the room, no one desk, no one bench, no one board, nothing is within the room. Okay. All the windows, all the exhaust box, all are closed. And there is a small opening at which I have kept vacuum pump. But still there is something within the room. What is that? Invisible section, that is known as air. Means air is still present within the room. But when I switch on the electronic vacuum pump, then what will happen? All the air which was present within the room get exhausted through vacuum pump, means room is get evacuated. There is no air, no particle of any type of gas. That is termed as airless. No one is there, no one particle is there. That is vacuum. As it is totally empty, so there will be no collision of the light photon, packet of light, that is known as photon. There is no one collision. As there is no collision, it means light will travel with the fastest one speed, that is 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second in vacuum. But as room is empty but vacuum was not switched on, still there was some present, that is air. In air, when light photon strikes with air, speed of light is less. It means air is denser than that of vacuum. When I switch myself towards water, water is denser than that of air. Glass is much denser than that of water. And diamond is still much denser than that of glass. So out of the given 5, vacuum is the rarest one and diamond is the densest one, but water can be considered as rarer or denser. It depends upon with which medium it is being compared. It is rarer than that of glass or diamond, but denser than that of air and water. It was the concept of optically rarer medium and optically denser medium. And up to what conclusion you have reached up to now, that in a rarer medium speed of light is more and in denser medium speed of light is less. So as to compare the optical density of different medium, there is a term that is known as refractive index. So what is refractive index? Optical density is compared using a term that is known as refractive index. It is denoted by symbol small m. Index of a medium may be defined as ratio of speed of light in vacuum, or I may mention here air, to speed of light in particular medium. It means mathematically, refractive index of a medium may be defined as speed of light in vacuum denoted by C to the speed of light in particular medium denoted by V. As it's clear to you that speed of light in vacuum is the maximum one, so C is always greater than V. It means refractive index is always greater than 1, because in any fraction, if numerator is larger than that of denominator, then result is always greater than 1. Speed of light in vacuum, it is the maximum one. Speed of light in medium, it is less than that of the vacuum. Numerator is larger than that of denominator, so refractive index of a medium is always greater than 1. It may be called as absolute refractive index. Why I am calling it absolute? Absolute means I am comparing here a particular medium with vacuum, ideal one. No one first medium is comparing with the second one, or second is comparing with third one. That is not an absolute one. When any one medium is being compared with the vacuum, it is termed as absolute refractive index. So, how can you define absolute refractive index of glass? Absolute refractive index of glass may be defined as the ratio of speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in glass. Okay. What is the value of absolute refractive index of water? Speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in water. Okay. So, I have told you right now that speed of light in vacuum is 3 into 10 raised to power 8. Okay. Speed of light in glass. What is the value of speed of light in glass? That is 2.0 into 10 raised to power 8. So, the result will be 1.5. So, I can tell here that refractive index of glass is 1.5. That is the absolute one. Now, refractive index of water. Speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in water. Its value was 2.25 into 10 raised to power 8. Now, 300 upon 225. On cancellation, I will get the result, that is 1.33. So, it is the value of refractive index of water. Okay. Now, let us find out what is the value of refractive index of vacuum. That is speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in vacuum itself. It means it is again C. C cancel with C. It means refractive index of vacuum is 1. So, refractive index of vacuum is 1. What is the value of refractive index? Air. That is speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in air. Speed of light in vacuum is 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second, and speed of light in air is near about the same. So, approximately same. I may substitute here C again. So, result will be not exactly 1, near about 1, or 1.0008 its value. So, from this I have come to conclusion that different medium have different refractive index. But when I am mentioning here absolute refractive index, it means just only refractive index. It means the medium is being compared with the ideal one. And which one is ideal? That is with vacuum. Okay. Now, observing the value of different medium, we have come to conclusion that refractive index of vacuum, that is 1, is less than refractive index of air, that is 1.0008, that is less than that of refractive index of water, that is 1.33, that is also less than that of refractive index of glass, that's value is 1.5. Refractive index of diamond, that is 2.42. Its value is also given in your NCERT book. So you have to learn that vacuum whose refractive index is the minimum one, that is rarest one. Okay, and this one whose refractive index magnitude is the maximum one, that is the densest one. So what conclusion have you received up to now? What is the conclusion? If refractive index is less, medium is rarer. If refractive index is more, medium is denser. Okay, and regarding speed of light in a particular medium, refractive index, if it is more, then medium is denser. If refractive index of medium is less, then it will be rarer. If medium is denser, then speed of light in that particular medium, being denser, particle density is more, speed of light in that medium will be less. If refractive index is having less value means rarer, particles are far apart from each other, then speed of light in that medium will be higher. So, refractive index is directly proportional to optical density. Number 1, point to be noted. Means refractive index less, optical density less. Refractive index more, optical density more. Its refractive index is the minimum one, it is the rarest one. Its refractive index is the maximum one, it is the densest one. So refractive index is directly proportional to optical density. Directly proportional means more the optical density when more is the refractive index, or more is the refractive index, then resulting optical density will be more. Okay. Next, second point to be noted, that refractive index is inversely proportional to speed of light in that medium. Because if the medium is rarest, then speed of light will be fastest. It means optical density जिसकी जितनी कम है, speed of light उतनी ज़्यादा है. So there is inverse relation between speed of light in a particular medium with refractive index of that medium. Okay. So this was the concept of refractive index. So come to conclusion about this term. Refractive index is what? It is the mathematical identity denoted by n, whose formula is speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in particular medium. When I am mentioning here refractive index, it means it's absolute refractive index in which a particular medium is being compared with vacuum. That is our first one. Number 2, refractive index is a unitless quantity. Why unitless? Here is speed, on cancellation there is no unit at all. Clear up to now? Unitless quantity. Number 3, refractive index का क्या physical significance है? Physical significance का meaning है वो हमें क्या जनरल इंफॉर्मेशन देता है, हमें क्या बताता है. अगर आपको किसी मीडियम के बारे में रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स पता हो तो वो हमें मीडियम की ऑप्टिकल डेंसिटी के बारे में आइडिया देता है. क्या आइडिया देता है? मोर द रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स, मोर विल बी द ऑप्टिकल डेंसिटी, more will be the optical density, more will be the refractive index. Means they are mutually interrelated to each other with a direct relation. And fourth one, it gives idea regarding speed of light in that medium. If refractive index is more, speed of light in that medium will be less, and vice versa. So there is inverse relation between them. Hopefully आपको absolute refractive index clear हो गया होगा. So as to continue with my next topic, that is relative refractive index, you have to go through the video about 2 times so as to avoid any type of confusion between two terms, absolute refractive index and relative refractive index. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe the channel so as to get more videos regarding class 10th physics. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.